is good. Makes it a 34-21 lead with 6 minutes to go here in the third. Here's Zimmerman for Bedford driving. He's got 2 men on him. Looking for an outlet. Instead, it gets taken away here by Devin. Goes coast to coast and drops it in. 36-15. 36-21, I should say, 15-point lead. Bedford in the corner. Zimmerman shooting 3 off the mark. Was a little short. Cummings with the rebound. Now Brewster. Over to Degnan. Cummings down low on the baseline. Decides to pass it up, but it's intercepted. DeLacy. Now O'Connell driving to the basket. Tries the underhanded shot. It goes out of bounds, or almost out of bounds. It's saved by Portsmouth. They come back the other way. Brewster to Cummings. He's got all the room for a 3, but misses it. Kambani comes down with it, but he bounces it over to Zimmerman. Bedford with the rebound. Kaliza pulls up, leaves it there for Zimmerman for 3. That's a little too strong. Bounces out. Under 5 minutes to go here in the third. Coleman Brewster for the Clippers. Gets it to Cummings, gets around his man. A floater, misses the mark. Zimmerman gets the rebound. He brings it back in. Zimmerman looking for an outlet. Gets it to DeLacy. DeLacy's got Coleman on him. His shot goes off the backboard, no good. Now stolen away by O'Connell. Drives to the bucket, lays it up and good. 36-23 now, Clippers. And a timeout. I think O'Connell got hit in the face.
Yeah,
maybe
an inadvertent poke in the eye there. Yeah, so he'll have to come out. Lafferty comes in for him.
So a 13-point lead now with 4:20 to go in the third. 36-23 on the inbound. Degnan. Back over to Zingarello. Got Lafferty on him. Zingarello stops at the 3-point line, leaves it to Cummings, and Cummings moves his feet, hits her travel. Turnover Clippers. Bedford gets the ball back here.
Nice if they can chip away, get this single digits here, halfway through the third.
They get it down to single digits, and then they let it slip away here. They had it down to 8 at one point.
Hard to keep good teams down longer than a few minutes span, but nice take by Zimmerman there.
That goes off the rim. Bedford is cold here in the third. And here's a shot from the corner from Cummings for 3. He's been red hot, and he nails it. 18 points for Kevin Cummings for the Clippers. They're up 39-23, 16-point lead. I believe that's the biggest of the game. Pass to the outside.
Skip.
Lafferty's 3 is off the mark. Clippers come back. Brewster leaving it to Degnan. Now Cummings to Zingarello. Back over to Brewster. Drives on. Kaliza gets a shot over his head, and that drops for 2. 31-23, 18-point lead now. Here's Bedford with DeLacy driving, and the runner falls, and it's going to be an and 1 for DeLacy. That gives them 6 with a chance to add one more.
Really nice take there, JT. Fortunately, he popped up on that one as he went down hard, awkwardly.
And some changes now. Kambani out. Keegan Graham in. And DeLacy will shoot the and 1. It drops, giving him 7 points on the night. But Bedford still has a big hole to climb out of. They're down 15 points. It's 41-26. Inbound to Cummings, give and go over to Brewster. Clippers able to break that Bedford pressure. Pass over to Zingarello, back to Cummings. He drives into the corner to Brewster. Back to Zingarello, 3 at the top of the key, and no good. Rebound there by Grudzinskis in the game now. Here's DeLacy running, and it drops.
Great job by Grudzinskis there, catching the rebound, looking right up as JT was running the floor for the easy 2.
41-28 now, 2:30 to go in the third. Here's Cummings. Pass over to Brewster. Brewster's got a lane to the bucket. Wow. Does an alley-oop and drops it. Beautiful play there for another 2 points for Brewster. He's got 16 points so far on the night.
Well, he made that look easy. I mean, there was really good help side defense by Tegan Graham coming over, who, keep in mind, 6'5".
Now foul drawn by O'Connell. That's going to be on Degnan. His second foul. This will be an inbound. 2:12 to go here in the third. Pass into Graham. Back to O'Connell. He goes up. No good. A little bit short. Ball's loose. Now taken up by the Clippers. They get the rebound. Brewster up to Zingarello. Brewster and Cummings. Clippers happy to just let the time slip away. They got a big lead now. And a well-timed steal there by O'Connell. He goes all the way, lays it up and good. 7 points in this quarter. And we get a timeout by the Clippers. Bedford within 13. It's 43-30 with 1:41 to go in the third.
Yeah, Bedford showing a lot of fight, keep in striking distance. The deficit as a balloon, I think, to 18 there at one point. But to Bedford's credit, showing a sign of continually growing team and getting confidence in each possession and continually fighting. I think for the 9.5 minutes here, you're going to have to see white shirts getting every rebound and banking some missions for Portsmouth so that they can chip away at this. Portsmouth defensively, which is kind of not spoke about tonight, is just a very active defensive team. Their closeouts are under control. Rarely do they get beat on a closeout, and they've always got their hands in the passing lane. So they make it difficult to score, as evident right now with Bedford only 30 points at this point in the game.
Well, the Bulldogs at least are finding a basket in this period. They've scored 9 in each of the first quarters. Now here's a long touchdown throw intended for Brewster. He put it up too hard.
Good job by Grudinskis, not giving up on the play, staying in it, making it hard for Brewster to make that layup.
Grudinskis gives it to Galamaga in the game now. To Tegan Graham. Looking for an outlet. Lafferty. Gets it over to Ferrucci. And his pass is intercepted by Degnan. He brings it in. Degnan's got 2 men on him. It goes off at Tegan Graham's left. It'll stay with the Clippers here.
Again, a great example right there. Ferrucci able to beat his man on the corner, but the help side defense right there swarming as Matt left his feet with nowhere to go with the ball.
Now Brewster inbounds it to Cummings, who shoots one from the corner for 3 and nails it.
That's hard to beat right there.
21 points for Kevin Cummings and a 16-point lead for the Clippers. Grudinskis leave it for Ferrucci. Gives it a little too close to him. He couldn't handle it. Now here's a break to the bucket by Zingarello. He makes that drop. 4 points for him on the night. 18-point lead, 48-30. 45 seconds left here in the third. Back inside to Lafferty. Lafferty gets it to Ferrucci. Takes a little bunch.
Pretty.
Gets it to drop.
Pretty.
2 points for him. 30 seconds to go here. 48-32. Clippers likely playing for the last shot in their time. Cummings has it up top. Gets it down low to Degnan. Now Brewster. Zingarello. Degnan again. They're just letting the clock burn down. They've got 8 seconds to go. 7, 6, 5. Here's a 3 for Brewster. It's short.
Ooh, good time. Good time to get this up.
Court attempt by Bedford. I just missed him, but that's where we're going to stand here after 3 periods. 48 for Portsmouth, 32 for Bedford. So a 16-point deficit here with another period to go. Let's give you a quick rundown on the scoring. It's still 1 point for Mickler, 5 for Degnan, 16 for Coleman Brewster, 4 for Zingarello, 1 for Hippenstall, and 21 points for Kevin Cummings. Those are the Portsmouth scores. On the Bedford side, Cam Roberts with 3, Matt Ferrucci with 2, JT DeLacy has 9 points, TJ O'Connell has 16, Andrew Soden with 2, Dylan Kambani with 2. And that's where we are right now.
Yeah, I credit Portsmouth. I mean, they had it to 18, and then we got it down to 13, and they immediately got it right back to 18 on 2 great execution shots. And it's not so much what Bedford's not doing; it's what Portsmouth is doing offensively. As there's not a lot of open looks, there's not uncontested layups. Portsmouth's just a good defensive team, but it's been quality shots where they're squared up and there's quality releases at the rim, and you're going to make those in your quality team. And so, look for Bedford to really start to defensively try to press more, try to get more in the passing lanes, try to create more havoc that can turn over, and hopefully turnovers and layups in the other end. As 16 points is certainly doable, but it's a lofty goal right now.
We start off the fourth quarter here with Portsmouth ball. Quick reminder for Boosters with a membership drive going on right now. Go to bbabc.net to learn more. In the corner is Minkler, and it's going to be a foul on that three-point shot. I believe it's going to go to Zimmerman.
Yeah, unfortunately, I spoke too soon there on the closeouts as Zimmerman tried to contest that shot. Unfortunately, it was moving towards the body. Definitely got the wrist as that ball only traveled about 8 feet in the air.
So Minkler with just 1 point on from the foul line. And he misses that as well. For 3 from the line. This shot is good. The second one is going to be a 3-point shot attempt. He was fouled in the act of the 3. And that one is good. 3 points for Minkler. They got 50. Bedford with 32. 7:41 to up that deficit. Driving to the basket. It was a quick pass there by Lacey, but it misses everybody, goes out of bounds. And a collision with Ryan Mink there as well. No foul called, but the ball goes over to Portsmouth.
Score note from the host, Bedford girls basketball defeated Portsmouth 56-41 tonight. They also take on Central, much like the boys on Thursday, but they'll be in the Queen City taking on, they'll be hosting Central.
Yeah, we'll be right here calling that game on Thursday. Jack Radcliffe back in the game. We've seen him since first quarter. In the corner, a beautiful three by Hippenstall. Gets at the drop. 53-32, 19-point lead for the Clippers. Now O'Connell looking for a 3, gets inside to Kambani. Kambani tries to get it around, but no good. Rebound there by Minkler. Comes back the other way. Now the ball's loose on the ground. Loose ball. This should be a jump, and it is. It's going to be Bedford possession.
Nice job by the officials. They're not rewarding the timeout. Sometimes you'll hear the coach immediately start yelling timeout, and the quick trigger reaction is to reward it. In that case, no one had possession. Both teams were on the ball, and so they went to the appropriate jump ball call.
Under 7 to go. Inbound goes to Kaliza. Watched by Radcliffe. Now O'Connell driving. He puts up a jumper. That's good. And that's 18 points now for O'Connell. Makes a nice cut to the basket. He's going to get called to the offensive.
Great job by Dylan Kambani sliding over. Maybe the leader of the clubhouse, as he's taken a handful of charges this year.
So Bedford gets the ball back. Trailing by 19, 53-34 here. 6:31 left in regulation. O'Connell shows the 3, shows another 3, gets it inside. Kambani giving go. O'Connell gets it in the end one. O'Connell's been on fire in the second half. That's his 11th point chance to make 12. It's on top of the 9 scored in the first half.
Just a very headsy play, a hard pass to Dylan. He immediately took off before any defender could see him with it, and Dylan with the awareness to hand it back off and hopefully complete the 3-point play.
And O'Connell shot is off the mark, but Kambani gets the rebound, sends it back to O'Connell for 3. That was off. Ball's loose, picked up by Cummins, and Clippers come back to the way. Long pass over to Radcliffe. Radcliffe driving, he's doubled up. Now he's caught, and they're going to call a timeout.
Yep.
So Coach Mulvey saw that Radcliffe was in bind and decided to spend a timeout. He's got plenty to spare. Why not? 6:10 to go here in regulation with a 53-36 lead for the Portsmouth Clippers.
And kind of what we thought would happen there is seeing 2 white shirts emerge on every passed ball. They're ultimately trying to create a trap, hopefully get a strip or an errant pass that one of the other 3 Bedford players can steal. And again, headsy play by Coach Mulvey right there, seeing Kambani and Kaliza close in on the corner, no less, which is another 2 defenders when you're in the corner. and called that timeout before a turnover happened.
Well, I've got a moment here to remind you that the Bulldogs Bedford Athletic Booster Club looking for members again. Especially if you're a business, they could really use some sponsorships as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for mentioning that, Harry. Yeah, certainly the Bedford Bulldogs Athletic Booster Club wants to team up with many of our unbelievably great community supporters here in town. And 2 years ago, created a corporate level sponsorship, which gets recognition at home events with PA announcements and also on their website. And there's multiple layers to that. Please check out bbabc.com. .net, excuse me. Certainly, if you have any questions, feel free to call us in the athletic office, and we'll get every answer you need.
Ball is inbounded and lost, knocked out by O'Connell. He's going to take there. 6-6 to go here in regulation.
I think that's what Bedford's going to need to keep to do. They're going to need to take those risks, be over aggressive defensively, and try to create turnovers.
Radcliffe sends it out, sends it back to Coleman Brewster. Brewster still now looking for an out. Gets it to Hippenstall. Now here's a dunk by Ryan Mickler. Drops it for two. His first bucket of the game to go with the three he got from the foul line. Now a timeout called by Bedford coach Reno. You don't see too many dunks in this in NHIAA. We just saw one now.
Portsmouth has there two that can dunk. Fortunately, we haven't seen it often against us. Only one tonight, but yeah, I think Coach Moreno wasn't pleased with the help side defense on that play with the transition moving over as Minkler had a free lane right to the rim.
Any word from Bedford hockey how they're doing tonight in Hanover?
You know, I have not, but I will dig.
But now they're going to finish up on Saturday.
I take that back. Sorry to cut you off. It is the start of the second, and Bedford leads 4-0.
4-0, excellent shutout going for the Bulldogs there. And they've got a game against Division II Power Oyster River on Saturday, right?
That's correct, 5:20 at Exeter Rinks. We picked that one up this week, actually, or late last week. One final tune-up before the playoffs get going next week.
And the Bulldogs, they're going to start on Wednesday, right?
They will, yes, they will. Although their opponent is not set yet, they will be hosting a game at JFK.
Block shot there by Minkler. Recovered by Bedford. Zimmerman drives to the basket, puts it up too hard. Shambani gets the ball, puts it up, draws the foul in the process, doesn't make the shot, but he'll have a chance to take two from the foul line.
Again, regardless of the score right now, you like the effort. You're seeing out of those timeouts. Kids are responding to the coach's words, attacking the ball, trying to get it, and Dylan hopefully can get two on the charity stripe.
Shambani shot. Substitutions now. We're going to see Luke Bouchard in the game. Haven't seen him all night. And Heppenstall comes out. Also Zirello back in for Jack Radcliffe. Bonnie's second try off as well. Rebound goes off of Minkler's hands. It's going to stay with Bedford. Yeah, we were just talking over here today between all of us at BCTV and WBNH about our playoff schedule. We're going to be hitting just about a game a day.
Yes.
So make sure you're watching us. There's a drive to the bucket by Kuliza that goes high, and we'll see what the call is here. I heard a whistle. And they're going to say went out of bounds off a Portsmouth player, so it's going to stay with Bulldogs. Yes.
Yeah, I think the
layup by Kuliza was the official saying that a Portsmouth player contact before the ball went out of bounds.
I think the one official had it hitting the strap up top and was acknowledging it was out of bounds, but did not acknowledge the tip, whereas the underneath official acknowledged the tip.
Kambani got stripped of the ball there. Clippers have it back. Minkler across to Bouchard. Leaves it there for Zingarello. Minkler again, now Brewster. Under 5 minutes to go here. 55-36 lead for Portsmouth. Minkler pulls up at the foul line, decides to not shoot, gets it to Bouchard, who's going to try his three, nails it. Coming in off the bench, dropped three just like that. A lot of three-point shooters on this Clippers team. 58-36. Now here's a drive for O'Connell that doesn't roll, but he'll get a chance from the charity stripe for 2. He's already got plenty of points here. I'm trying to think, 11 points. He's got 20 on the night.
Yeah, nice drive there by TJ, able to take advantage of the slow transition defense by Portsmouth on that play and get the contact.
So 2 shots here for O'Connell. First one is good. Gives him 21. Now the second attempt. That one drops as well. 22 points in the night. Now long pass for Bouchard. Kambani broke it up, and Bouchard got the ball anyway. And then along comes JT DeLacy, and knock out of his hands, goes out of bounds. Ball Clippers.
Between Bouchard and Cody Combs, that ball. Kind of a Hail Mary toss-up.
Like a linebacker and a tight end. Wholesale changes for the Bulldogs. Kambani comes out as Kaliza. We got Gamaga in the game and Gradin. Ball down over to Bouchard. It gets hit by Zimmerman. And they're going to say one of the mid-stripe. But they say because contact was made, it'll stay with the Clippers. Zingarello to Brewster. Brewster's been in the game the whole way. Winkler. He's got Zimmerman on him. Turns around. Zingarello. Gets it to 24. Cummings. Now Bouchard. Over to Winkler. Clippers just slowing things down here. Now a foul is going to be called on O'Connell, a reach-in.
Portsmouth doing a really good job utilizing their entire half of the court to really spread the defense out, make crisp passes, and occupy about 35 seconds there.
That's just the first foul on O'Connell. Third team foul on the Bulldogs. 7 on the Clippers. There, that puts Bedford into the bonus. Inbound to Brewster. He drives halfway to the bucket and drops in a nice jumper for 2. It's 60-38. Now O'Connell pulls back at the foul line. No good. Rebound there by Minkler. And Brewster takes his time over the half court stripe. Got Grudzinskis on him. Pulls up. Leaves it there for Cummings. Cummings drives. Puts up a floater that falls. And that's 23 for Cummings. Grudzinskis pulls up. Gets it over to Lafferty. Lafferty drives, but doesn't get the drop. Rebound Minkler. 3 minutes to go here. Here's Cummings from 3. He leads that too.
Boy. Dangerous player. Able to take it off the dribble, beat his man, and then take a power dribble and hit the 3 in transition.
26 points for Kevin Cummings.
Very difficult to guard that.
And now a jump shot by Zimmerman.
Got to be a jump there.
Missed the first one, and then the second one, he got the shot blocked, pulled him back to the ground. What's the official call on that? Are they going to see a travel?
So they called it a travel. So at one point, the feet must have shifted before the Portsmouth player put his hand on the ball. As if both players have their hand on the ball, they won't call it a travel. They'll call it a jump ball, even if it wasn't the 3-second kind of standard rule on 2 hands on a ball.
So Clippers now, we've got another new player in the game. Taylor Hodgson seeing some time. Winkler into the corner to Radcliffe. He takes a 3 and nails it. First points of the game for Radcliffe. 68-38, 30-point lead. Now here's Ferrucci with the layup. That drops for him. He's got 4 points. Clippers. Winkler over to Heppenstall. Bouchard. Bouchard tries to drive. Instead, he kicks it out to Hodgson. Hodgson's 3 no good. And number 12, Galamaga fights the ball away from Bouchard, gets it back from him for a rebound.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be.
And now a charging call on Cam Roberts.
Yeah, Cam
Offensive foul.
just unable to kind of get control of his body there, and as he came in, had the ball on his elbow high on the defender, and pretty easy call for the officials. But yeah, this Portsmouth shooting has been very impressive tonight.
Lights out. They've got. I'll have to count the number of threes I've got on the docket here after the game. There's Tyler Paradise. He's seeing some game time tonight for the first time. Now Heppenstall in the corner. Up to Bouchard. Portsmouth giving their bench players some time. Bouchard's pass inside to Paradise is knocked away. Here's Cam Roberts, and he's going to draw the foul. They're going to say a block on number 2, Bouchard. I think that was on number 2. Yep. Jack Radcliffe, his first foul. It's going to give a 2-shot foul to Cam Roberts. He gets it. Gives him 4 points, 68-41. And the second one is good as well. 5 points now on the night for Cam Roberts. 1:17 to go here. Radcliffe takes a cut. Gets it outside to Bouchard. Bouchard puts it down. Now takes a shot for 2 and gets it in. That's 5 points for Luke Bouchard, 70-42. Under a minute to go here. Rudinskis driving. Decides to kick it out to Cam Roberts. Roberts leaves it for Lafferty at the foul line. Kicks it out to Ferrucci. Ferrucci back over to Galamaga for 3. No good. Rebound there by Bouchard. Loses the handle. Bedford gets the ball right back. Rudinskis into the corner for Lafferty. Rudinskis again. Now he's double teamed in the corner. Ball is intercepted. Tyler Hodgson took it away. Now Bouchard drives and drops it in. He gets 7 points on the night, Luke Bouchard. Clippers up by 30, just 15 seconds left here. Drives to the bucket, kicks it out to Lafferty. Lafferty driving as well. Gets a lot of interference, but manages to draw a foul.
Well, we have a minute. Best of luck to Bedford JV Hockey taking on Concord tonight in the semifinals of the JV League over at Tri-Town at 8:10. Still 4-0 at Hanover for boys varsity, taking on Hanover.
Lafferty's shot is good. That's his first point for the day. Gets it under a 30-point lead. Second, no good. Rebounded there by Heppenstall. And Clippers will just play this one out. There's the buzzer. Not the Bulldogs' night, but definitely the night for the Clippers. They're dropping threes from everywhere. Let's count them up right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 three-pointers on the night for the Clippers as they hang 72-43 on the Bulldogs. Quite the night.
Yeah, just a very good shooting game. Catch release, confident. It's very evident a lot of players have a green light, and so certainly probably presenting the confidence and going up with their shot. But, not to be missed there, the defensive effort was really strong and making us work for every bucket. TJ O'Connell comes to mind and going to the lane and getting a lot of contact to get back to the line. But there wasn't many open looks that the Bulldogs had tonight. And the few we did, unfortunately, didn't fall this evening. But nonetheless, the team will be back in action on Thursday when they travel to Central. I'll get this right eventually, Harry. But, at 6:30 over at Central. And then programming note again, next Monday, March 1st, they will host Central here in the first round of the state playoffs. Again, at 7 p.m., which I'm sure BCTV will have in 105.1 will be covering.
We plan to. Here's a quick rundown of scoring. Jack Ratcliffe with 3. Ryan Minkler with 5. Adrian Degnan with 5. Coleman Brewster with 18 points. Carmine Zingarello with 4. Connor Heppenstall had 4 points. Kevin Cummings led the way. He had 26. Luke Bouchard, a late sub, picked up 7 late in the game. For Bedford, they were led by TJ O'Connell, who had
23
points, thank you. Andrew Soden with 2. Dylan Lafferty with 1. Dylan Kubani with 2. JT DeLacy was good for 9. Ferrucci had 4. and Ken Roberts finished the night with 5. So Corey Parker, thank you very much for stepping into the color chair. Thank you to George Cox on the camera, and Bill Jennings does the graphics tonight for us. Everybody does a great job. We will be back on the radio on Friday night. No, Thursday night, sorry. It's going to be the girls' game against Central right here, and hopefully we'll have you or somebody in that color chair as well, as Corey Musketeger's on vacation this week. For everybody here, the final score, they took it down, but it was ugly. You don't want to hear about it. You've been listening and watching Bedford basketball on BCTV and Bedford 105.1.